Hi, this is Fred Berman. I'm the narrator of Richard Paul Evans' Michael Vey audio series. The Michael Vey audio series is about a young teenager named Michael Vey who lives what he thinks to be a pretty ordinary existence in the Midwest, just going through the same things that every teenager goes through, except that he has rather extraordinary power. He has unusually large amount of electricity that runs through his body, which he can control with what he calls pulses. And as the series goes on, he discovers there's other children with these powers as well. And it's essentially a sort of a science fiction adventure coming-of-age story where Michael learns not only how to navigate through life just as a teenager, but also with these powers that he has. I think fans of the first Michael Vey are really going to enjoy the second one. It starts off right where the first one ended. This one has a lot more action and adventure in it, and it takes on a lot. It's much darker. There's some darker tones because it sort of goes into the sort of evil forces that are pursuing Michael. And I think if you love the first one, you're really going to love the second one. So narrating an audiobook, there's slight differences between doing that and, say, acting on stage or TV or film. In terms of the difference between acting on stage, it's a more intimate experience, obviously. And it's sort of similar to acting on film or TV in the sense that when you're acting on film and TV, the camera's right there. You don't have to do as much. And the same thing when you go into the booth to record a book, you have the mic right there. So you don't have to worry about projection or some maybe some of the technical aspects that you have to worry about when you're on stage. With all these mediums, the main thing is you want to be as truthful and honest as possible in terms of telling the story. And also the main difference, and really the best thing about it, is you don't have to shave and you can wear a t-shirt and shorts, and that's pretty cool. Preparing for the second Michael Vey audio book, the first thing I did obviously was you read the book so you know what's going on, but also since this was a sequel, I needed to go back and sort of refresh myself on the first Michael Vey. There are a lot of characters in this book. I generally try not to do huge broad character voices per se, but you still want each character to have their own voice. So something that I like to do is I like to cast all the characters. For instance, the character of Hatch in the Michael Vey series. I kept thinking of the actor Will Patton, who also does a lot of audiobooks. The character of Austin I based on a good friend of mine, Jay. So that's a big part of the preparation, especially for a work of fiction, just trying to cast the characters and figure out, and just put a voice to each of them to make them believable.